We've had 9 sales in the $5 to $7 million range ever since January 2024. And guess what? More than half of them were actually sold before processing in the MLS or just off market completely. That's 5 out of 9 sales. That's over half of them. Let's compare two homes to see what roughly $5.8 to $6 million can get you. So first we have Lowry Place, which just traded on June 20th, 2025 for $5.8 million after just 3 days on market. No history of price reductions. It sold for list price. So this is a 2021 build. So yes, you can get a nice newer home now for $5.8 million. Not in an association either. This is turnkey luxury. It is so nicely updated. It's on an elevated lot as well. So you can capture some expansive ocean views, not as expansive as the other ones, but still nice. It's on a 0.13 acre lot. It sold for $1,875 a square foot, and it's just over 3,000 square feet. The next one is going to be on Calle del Oro. So this is at a higher elevation than the last home, and it also sits on a much larger lot. So 0.46 acres, whereas the other one was 0.13 acres. This house itself, it's over 3,700 square feet, and it traded for $6 million on August 30th, 2024, which is roughly $1,614 a square foot. It also sold prior to MLS inputs. The days on market for the 4 homes that sold on market was surprisingly low as well, especially in comparison to the 3 to 5 mil range or 3 mil and under range that we were looking at previously. So if we're looking at these 3 homes, 3 days on market, 21 days, and 56 days on market, all 3 of them have zero history of price reductions. They did not do any price reductions to go pending, or in this case, this was the contingent date, which is what I'm counting. So no history of price reductions. The only one that reduced was going to be the 69 days on market one. That's it. And it reduced $90,000, down 1.5%. That's it. These 2 properties here, the 3-day and the 21-day on market ones, those ones both sold for list price. So what does that say? This segment is far tighter and more accurately priced, historically speaking, than the other ranges that were below it. Now let's look at the square footages in the 5 to 7 mil range. So as we can see, most of them are actually going to be in the 3,000s, which is what I've highlighted. So you can expect to have a larger home than what we've seen previously with the lower end ranges on average. Then we have the lot sizes. So as you can see, the closer you are towards the water, the smaller the lot size generally is. These are in the teens. We have from 0.12 up until 0.15 acres for the highlighted homes. As soon as we go east of La Jolla Shores Drive, look at that. The lot sizes get so much larger. So we have from 0.44 acres up until 0.56 acres. Next, we have our price per square footages, which will be from roughly around $1,454 a square foot up until just under $2,000 a square foot for the most part. But we do have one that's going to be over 3,000 a square foot. But that is also the smallest house. It's 1,854 square feet. So as of this morning, July 22nd, we have 2 active homes available, which are highlighted in electric green. And then we have 1 house which is pending. So it's under contract, which is highlighted in orange. So the one that's in orange was only 21 days on market. No history of price reductions. Latest list, 5.195. The other 2 homes that are highlighted in electric green are the active ones, right? So those have been on market for 174 days and 43 days. Both of them are on Paseo del Ocaso, and both of them have a history of price reductions. So what do we know about the $5 to $7 million range? The first thing is that the homes don't become available too often. And when they do, they move fast, likely off market. That is where most of the action is happening. And for the most part, they are priced accurately. And if they're not, the market will respond. More than half of the homes are trading without full exposure to the open market. This is a high trust zone. The amount of off-market deals that we have in this segment signal a strong agent network and pre-existing buyer demand. This is a private controlled market. It is not a price slashing zone. So if you're a buyer looking in the $5 to $7 million range and you're only looking at homes that are active on market, and again, I'm Tara Ravanbach, your La Jolla native insider and market analyst, and we'll see you this Thursday for the market update week 26, which is 6 months of tracking the La Jolla detached market. We'll see you then.